camp been going for you so far? What do you think you've improved on the most?
I feel like one of the biggest things I needed to improve on coming in past the offseason was just my breaks in and out of cuts. I feel like camp's been going pretty good. I like the position we're in as a team. I like the position that I'm in individually. Everything's starting to fall in place. I love the direction that the coaching staff's taking the team, and I feel like we made a big improvement as a team versus individually as a team this year.
Right, we thought maybe you were switching to running back in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think Coach Golden might have mentioned something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with that?
Running back was something that we talked about coming from my transitioning from high school to college. Right now I'm just trying to focus on one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to get DB down, get cornerback down, and if anything happens in the future, then let's let that play when that comes.
What's the biggest thing you've improved on at corner since you've been here?
I'll probably say my speed. I'll say that was the biggest thing coming from high school transitioning into college. I just feel like the speed of the game was so much different. I just feel like everybody's fast, everybody's big, everybody was once the best on their high school football team. So I just feel like the biggest thing I needed to work on was speed. Like when I first came in, I was roughly around like 4.7ish, and I got down around like 4.5ish. So I feel like that was the biggest thing I needed to work on was just speed.
Ray, how about your maturity? I know there's been some bumps along the way. Have you changed at all in that regard? What have you learned from? I know you didn't play in the bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
For example.
I feel like that was the biggest thing that held me back my freshman year. I just feel like I wasn't mature enough to handle some of the things that were thrown at me when I came to Miami. I mean, you don't got mommy waking you up anymore when you come to college. So I mean, it's like everything's on you. Everything's on how fast you mature, on whatever your parents instilled in you over the time. I just felt like that was my biggest thing. They definitely did teach me right, and I kind of got sidetracked when I first got here. But I feel like if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And it definitely taught me a lot, and I definitely matured, and I feel like it's ready to go play football at this point.
Now that you've been in this defense for a year plus, what are your impressions of it? What have you learned about the way that the Canes run their defense now?
It's a very, very smart scheme, and I feel like one thing Coach D'Onofrio was really good at is we really have every area that we need covered. And I mean, from the checks down to our base defense, down to everything, it's really a good defense. It's really a smart defense, and I feel like if everybody buys in and everybody learns it 100%, I feel like we're really good on defense.
There's a lot of veterans at corner, especially really in each class, senior, junior, sophomore, and redshirt freshmen like yourself. What have you learned from the older guys? What are they trying to bring you along and teach you?
It's actually great. They taught me a lot. They taught me a lot when I first came in, just from not even just on a football standpoint, just from everything. Especially like we were talking about the maturity standpoint. They taught me a lot. And coming in, they taught me just different drills to get me better. They just taught me different things that you don't really practice that often, especially coming from high school. Like different ways to read the quarterback, different ways to read hips, different ways to read all type of stuff, and I feel like that really helped me.
Have you talked to your dad? I know that always comes up, but has he helped you at all with your game, or
both of my parents have. Like I said, my mom and dad both have always been there to support me in times like this and just mentor me in situations like this. And my dad has been there to talk me through certain things and different things that he's experienced in college and the similarities and the differences. And like I said, my dad already did it. So that's kind of an advantage I have, that he knows what it takes. So he has helped me a lot along the way, but my mom has helped me as well.
Does he realize UM's a lot different now from back then?
He does, and a lot of people do. I mean, like I said, everything's transitioning, and a lot of things are different, but then again, it's not necessarily different in a bad way, it's just different in the way you need to adapt.
Has he come around at all? We haven't seen him, publicly, but has he been here and stuff like that?
Yeah, I saw him not too long ago. I mean, he comes around when he can. Like I said, he's season starting right now, so he's traveling around with ESPN. But I mean, we talk on the phone a lot. Like when he can come, he comes. I'll go train with him for a little bit, this and that. But yeah, he definitely comes.
Height, weight improvement, that kind of stuff. You made gains in the weight room.
Yeah, I mean, when I first came here, I was like 5'8.5", 175 pounds. I'm like 5'9.5", 188 now. So I mean, I made improvements. I got bigger, I got stronger, I got faster, I got more acclimated, I learned the system, and I just feel like I really made a big improvement over the summer.
What are your goals for this season for you?
This goal for the season, I wouldn't really say individual goals yet. Like I said, we're still in camp. Right now we're just trying to bang out, fight for a spot, and just trying to just form unity at this point. I really want to just be more of a team player, be a better teammate at this point, and as a team goal, we want to take one game at a time. The first step is Louisville, and then we'll just take it one game at a time.